Joining me now is Marshall Hennington, a jury consultant and founder of Hennington and Associates. Also joining the conversation, Wendy Murphy, a former prosecutor. Great to have you both here. Marshall, I want to start with you because now we're getting this insight into this juror, this one juror, B37. Your expertise is in picking juries, and you say she didn't think race played a role in this. How do you react to that? I mean, does it make sense to you that this juror and 5 others would say this, and the fact that race did not play a role when this man profiled this teen in a racial way, describing him as the suspect, a black youth?
Well, according to her statement, she indicated that race was not an important factor in reaching a decision. Now, that is her prerogative with respect to the way that she perceived the case and the evidence. My thought is that we haven't heard from the rest of the jurors to see what their mindset was. And until we actually hear from them, then it's very difficult to rush to judgment with respect to the decision that she made.
Marshall, jump in. I want to give you the last word on what your estimation is about Rachel Jeantel as the witness that she was and being a key linchpin to what the prosecution was trying to present in their case.
Well, first of all, it seems like you're almost presenting the Miss Jeantel as if she was an expert witness. Miss Jeantel was not an expert witness. She was a friend. She was very young. She was naive. Of course, she's going to support her friend. That's not really the issue here. I think that regardless, this particular juror that apparently has also signed a book deal along with her attorney husband has some ulterior motives for getting on this case. Number one. Number two is that with respect to the decision that was rendered, you did not hear this juror say one time that she supported anyone from the prosecution's case. There were no expert witnesses that she mentioned that were credible. There were no friends that she mentioned that were credible. There was no one on the prosecution's team. In fact, she said that she disregarded the 911 calls with respect to Mr. Zimmerman's actions, getting out of the car to chase down Mr. Trayvon Martin. She also mentioned that with regard to the racial profiling issue, it was never an issue to begin with. What she said was that within the last few minutes, last 4 minutes, that's when he had a decision to make. Mr. Zimmerman had a decision to make in regard to if he was going to save his life or if he was going to allow this young man to attack him. And I think that's where she was emphasizing the whole case lied, was that in that particular amount of time, Mr. Zimmerman decided that he was going to save his life. It was self-defense, and that it was a stand your ground rule that applied, and that's exactly what her perspective was.
It was a very compelling interview. We'll wait to see if any of the other jurors step forward. We're only hearing from one so far. But Marshall Hennington, Harry Casimir, Wendy Murphy, thank you very much for your insights.